The story of Medusa and its development from ancient Greece to the modern era is extremely interesting, so let's get into it. This is going to be a 3-part series, but don't worry, I'm going to post them all at the same time so you don't have to wait, but there's literally no way that I can do this any shorter than that. Also, just a trigger warning for all 3 videos, we are going to be discussing sexual assault. The version of Medusa's story that gets repeated the most on TikTok goes as follows. Medusa was once a beautiful woman. She was raped by Perseus, and Athena turned her into a Gorgon who could turn any man into stone just by looking at them in order to protect her from further sexual assault. And because of this, her head was used on ancient architecture to symbolize to women that this was a protected, safe space. Is this true? No. But I hesitate to say it's 100% false. Stick with me. This is a Gorgonion. Or more accurately, here are a lot of Gorgonia. Gorgonia were symbols of protection in ancient Greece and ancient Rome. They portrayed a Gorgon, a monster with tusks, snakes for hair, who could turn someone to stone with just a simple look. And they were used somewhat like the evil eye symbol. They were used in entryways, on ceiling tiles, on clothing, on warriors' shields, helmets, etc. The image of the Gorgonion is quite old, stretching back to prehistory. And in Greek mythology, it became associated with the myth of Medusa. So the misunderstanding here is simply that the image of Medusa was used as a symbol of protection. It just wasn't only for women, it was for anyone. So who's Medusa? Classical scholar Jane Ellen Harrison believed that Medusa arose as an origin for the Gorgonian, not the other way around. Meaning that it arose as an explanation for why people used Gorgonia, and especially how Athena came to wear one. The earliest myth goes like this. The Greek hero Perseus was charged with bringing back the head of Medusa. Medusa was the daughter of Ceto, the mother of monsters. She gave birth to 3 Gorgon, of which Medusa was the only mortal, and so the only capable of being killed. Perseus completed this task with the help of Athena, most famously using the reflection of Medusa in his shield in order to decapitate her without being turned into stone. Medusa was pregnant at that time, and when Perseus beheaded her, Pegasus and Chrysaor emerged from her neck. Perseus then took the head back, used it on his enemies, and eventually gave it to Athena. In this oldest ancient Greek version, Medusa is simply born a monster, and we have no idea what her relationship with Poseidon is. But how do we get the version where she's transformed by Athena? Well, that's where things get really interesting. Join me in part 2.